like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Velvet and Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. Guys, I am still working on re-uploading all of my content back onto YouTube, adding my commentary so that I can meet the YouTube guidelines. This is why you guys are seeing so many flashbacks from my channel, but I can assure you that I'm staying on top of everything happening within Carbonation. Y'all, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. All right, guys, let's get into this video.
Something very much bigger happening. And I was chosen to do this. I had to be the one to do this. Because this was definitely something that happened to me. This is my story. This is my life. So I had to be sure to make sure that I be careful what I say.
Yeah, this is crazy.
In this very same breath, I'm going to also say this because this was on my heart. I hate how Velvet tried to take the lead, right? Going on the news and all these other things, saying, oh, this is a victory for the Carbonation members, when we can give a fuck less about them.
All right. Anytime you want me to pause it, let me know when I need to pause it.
To ride. Oh, I'll testify. Okay, let's see if your words are going to be because you're trying to, you was trying to.
This is just so interesting because she forgets that I was there way before she
and existed. And I can be angry.
Like, she literally forgot that, like,
I gotta hear what
she didn't come into the picture until well after a year I was there.
Okay, so the live is on. I want you to know it's capturing this zone right here where we are. And I just want us to respond to this how we have been responding to it. And I'll run it back from the beginning if you'd like. Right now, so we don't waste time. But you know, I feel like this could be a really healthy thing if we can get through this.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be super, super healthy if we can get through this. And is there a way to check the audio? Can you guys tell me? You sound far away. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about the audio. How does the audio sound right now? Y'all tell me how the audio sounds right now. And I'm gonna probably turn the light on in a minute, but not right now.
Guys, this is Velvet and Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr.'s response to Janae accusing him of using her information to obtain a cellular phone.
Let me see something. Because where I had it, I don't want the audio to be messed up. And I'm gonna run this back. Probably gonna put y'all somewhere over here. Oh, this is way cooler over here. Move this out the way. All right, so you can see what we seeing. Are you allowed?
All right, y'all, make sure y'all listen because Velvet and Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., they mad. Oh yeah, they big mad.
How are we gonna start this? We're just gonna do an intro real quick. So my name is Courtney Townsend, aka Solar Amore. I am a artist in every type of the way, a producer. I am a teacher. There's a number of things that I do, getting really deep into stock trading. Okay. Velvet. Go ahead.
I am Velvet G, the one and only, right? A former known as the wife of Nature Boy. You guys didn't know. in fact a mother. I'm an artist, and I'm a sexy motherfucker. And I'm going viral at this juncture in my life. And I'm gonna speak my truth and tell my story. Since everybody wants to tell their story, and everybody wants to be this fucking credible source all of a sudden, and they've only been there for a couple days, I'm gonna take the time and take the lead, as I should.
What was real quick?
Someone said they can't hear me. Oh,
Yeah,
because you don't got
it's
the
good.
you don't got the thing.
Got what thing?
The thing.
What thing?
It was all the way down there.
That's our volume.
Yeah.
I like volume.
That helps.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Either way, it was far away from you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Those are old messages. Okay, pass me the phone.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Boom. All right. This is like perfect. Okay. So say anything, and then can you guys tell us how the volume sounds? Can I hear you? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, babe. So I'm gonna let this play real quick. I just want to respond to this. Janae is pregnant. Yes. When she's pregnant first. Okay, so this is how it happened. Janae got pregnant. Okay, we were together. She broke up with me multiple times. She broke up with me for the last time. Okay, I'm done taking her back. I say this to her. I'm like, I'm tired of you leaving, this and that. She told me she wasn't gonna leave, then she ended up leaving the next morning when I woke up after we had, sex and all that stuff. And I felt like really like used. I remember, I'm so important, because I felt really used. I'm like, wow, like you just lied to me and now you're leaving and you just got like a nut. Talk about something nut, right? You got something out of it and then you just left. And it's like, wow. Like it made me like really have to move forward. I cleaned up my whole house, I reset everything. And you guys, this is when soul redemption was like really, really clarified. This is when I really started honing in on like everything I really wanted to do. And my purpose became clear. It was actually when she had left. And I decided I didn't want to do relationships. But lo and behold, after doing a lot of self-work and reflection and crazy things, I went really extreme with revamping my life. I got all the signs had pointed to Velvet, and Velvet just kept popping up on my YouTube at the perfect times, and I would just listen, and it was interesting to hear that everything she was explaining and how she felt about things was exactly how I felt, was exactly what I was going through. And if she didn't go live, and she didn't do that live, where I just listened to the whole thing, if she didn't do those previous videos, where I had started realizing her page was cool, where I had followed it, then I would have never connected with her again, because I didn't realize we are super resonant with everything we're going through, and talking to you about what we're both going through, was supposed to be cool for both of us, but we didn't realize that we would connect like this.
Y'all hear Velvet co-signing for her man Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. Everything he says, she, right.
Was supposed to be cool for both of us, but we didn't realize that we would connect like this. And it was so instant, it was so fast, and so natural, and it has been ever since. And our relationship has been like one of the furthest things from toxic. I would say, from my experience, from since I started talking to you, we're good. We've actually been good.
And this is not a good look. It's just not a good look, Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. You sitting up here talking about your baby mother with your new girlfriend. That is not a good look, sir.
It's the idea that we're not, that has ever popped up in either one of our minds, that has kept us at bay from each other. And where we treat each other from that space has played into a bigger problem.
Yeah.
But we've actually never had an issue or done anything wrong to each other.
Yeah.
Never. We've only helped each other in different times and places. So I have this relationship with Janae. She leaves. I work on myself and go crazy and like really like watching like the BYBO channel. I was watching the Bible channel only, and I was just like really just upgrading everything. And you know, I did. I was just clean. I was just always clean. I was just always looking fresh and clean. Like everything was just always super clean and fresh. My ideas are coming in great. I'm manifesting all kind of stuff. Like it's crazy. Velvet pops up. We connect. Boom. We decide, hey, our mission is going to be what? We're going to we want to go to the tropics. Why would I want to move to Ohio? Why the fuck would I want to go to Ohio where you're at? You work really hard to get that space, and I want you to tell how you feel. You know, you work really hard to get that space, and it's not to take away from that, but it's like I'm in the tropics right now. I'm over here in Mexico. Long shot in Mexico. Avi needs her passport. Oh shoot. Well, let's get her passport. Okay. How long is it gonna take? It's gonna take about a month. We gotta get this first. We gotta get this first. We gotta wait. Okay, cool. But we love each other so much. So what do? I say, well, hey, I'm not gonna have y'all, a girl and two of the girls living in the hood in Ohio, living by yourself, while I'm over here in paradise. But I'm Eliana's godfather. Me and you have found a very deep love. And mind you, Janae's just gone. She left me. She just left me. I'm done with relationships. I'm over this shit. By the time I'm with Velvet, I'm like, I'm gonna give this another chance for real. But the way I think about things, I'm a Venus and Taurus. I'm moving. If we're together, we're doing this, we should be living together somehow. Like I'm moving on that somehow, like money-wise or situational-wise. I'm never gonna feel good if I'm not actually there. So you couldn't come to me, so I gave up my house. I gave it up. I paid the rent, I paid free rent for the house. It gave away my merchandise and stuff in my house. Gave away stuff. Let people use my house for an extra month with my name on it and everything while I'm in Ohio with you, getting through the winter, repairing the home, fixing the holes, running errands, getting mad food, hella food for the whole neighborhood, me and you.
He's doing all of this and all of that, but do y'all remember that damn fire detector that Velvet had in that apartment in Ohio? It always chirped. It would just irritate me to no ends to see Velvet sitting there. And then when Solar got there, I was like, okay, great. He's going to change the battery. Nope, he didn't do it.
Running errands, getting mad food, hella food for the whole neighborhood, me and you. For Christmas and Thanksgiving. We provided meals for ourselves and the families around us. Yeah. For Thanksgiving and Christmas to other pregnant women. Yeah. 2 other pregnant families. Yeah. We bought them Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Multiple groceries throughout the time span as well. Not because they'll hang it over anybody's head. That's what we felt to do. That's just what we did. Yeah. That's just what we was on. As you moved out, as we proceeded to move out, what did we do? We gave away all the furniture in the house that you worked very hard to get. That house and all that furniture, you did a lot.
Y'all, I ain't even finna hold y'all, but when did Velvet work to get anything? All that stuff in that Ohio apartment was given to her by her supporters.
Very hard to get. That house and all that furniture, you did a lot as a single mother with those 2 girls to get all of that stuff. And we chose to give it away. Yeah. We chose to give it away. And those people we gave it away to, one half of them ended up talking crap about us. The other half of them ended up just being really like disappeared, but like had like other stuff going on. So whatever. At the end of the day, I'm glad we did what we did. And when I look back at everything, I'm like, bro, it worked out perfect. Yes, we did break up. You ended up parting ways and going to LA, trying another relationship. While I decided to, what did I do?
Hey, Velvet, in case you missed the shade that your baby daddy just threw right in your face, I'm going to go ahead and run that back.
Today, I'm glad we did what we did. And when I look back at everything, I'm like, bro, it worked out perfect. Yes, we did break up. you ended up parting ways and going to LA, trying another relationship. While I decided to, what did I?
You went to LA and tried to be in another relationship. What? Why would he even bring that up? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's shade, girl. That is shade all day from Sassy Solar.
Decided to, what did I do? I had to make some shit work. I went and stayed with Shaka in Texas. I went and stayed with Shaka out there, and they looked out for me. They helped me out. Me and you reconciled again once we realized that what we were mad about each other was an illusion. What we were mad about with each other wasn't even really a problem. It was kind of a miscommunication that turned to this, but it was this previous energy, and then it was this, and all these things just had to come up. And they did. And we talked about it, and then we were together again. We were fine, and our bond over the phone was stronger than it ever has been at that time as well.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at Shaka's house, and you would just be over the phone. They have no idea.
Yeah, that's when we.
They don't know how strong our bond is. And that's
No one does.
yeah, in Ohio we find out, I skipped a major part. In Ohio we found out Janae was pregnant. When we found out Janae was pregnant, Velvet's response to Janae being pregnant was so happy. It wasn't even like so happy. It was, hey, that's another you. That's a good thing, right? This is great, I support it. Let's see how we can make it work. That was your energy from beginning to end, to this day. What was Janae's the moment she found out you were pregnant? Block and delete everybody. Your baby's a fucking demon. Same thing as Alihio.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's not even your baby. She's just a whore. She's having sex with other people. She's cheating on you. All of a sudden you're cheating on her now.
Not true.
Now I need to get a DNA test, and you're a whore, and I'm stupid because you're using magic spells on me, and I'm falling for it. And this is the narrative, to where now I am not allowed access to my daughter that is going to be born in about a couple months. I am now being denied that access because you're a witch doing blood magic on me, because she's accusing us of living off of her credit. What? No one's using your credit, or needs to, especially for a phone. No one's calling you from Mexico. The number has nothing to do with my name. You just threw a number up there that says Mexico and said, see, it must be him, because he's in Mexico. You know how many people are in Mexico with a phone? And on top of that, I'm in Mexico with an 858 number. The same number I've always had. 8 plus 1 for United States. 858. California. She's showing a Mexican number.
I don't even have a Mexican number.
She's blaming us for everything. Whatever address she said or showed, or I don't know, that's not ours.
That's not mine.
Whatever thing she's dealing with, it's not us. The universe is crazy. The irony is that I'm actually benefiting very well, and I'm doing very well in cleaning up all of my stuff as well, to where it was important that I put out a police report for fraud on my account and my credit, because we're dealing with fucking carbonation.
Yeah, likewise. I'm going through a lot of shit.
I'm literally going through that right now while I'm being accused of it. The universe is funny to me because I can laugh about it because I really know what's up. Like, I'm actually going through this stuff.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
This is somebody who thinks that I'm doing it to them. Because, bro, you got your taxes done when we were together. We did taxes. You didn't go to an appointment for your taxes. That's not fraud. That's not even illegal. You didn't go to the appointment for your taxes to verify your identity because your birth certificate and your social security number of birth dates are different. That's a problem she has. Her birth certificate, her thank you. Her social and her actual birth date on her birth certificate are not, they're different. They made a typo in the system. So she needs to go to an appointment.
Yeah.
She turned it into all this, oh, I don't know what's going on, and all these people, and it's so mysterious. It's taxes. This is your information. This is why you gave them your social security number. You do your taxes, and then you verify.
And we supposed to believe that they're lovebirds, right? But they're sitting up here worrying about what Janae got to say and do. And quite honestly, I believe that this is all for Velvet's insecurities.
Your identity, because it's not fraud. We just helped your ass. You didn't go because you were scaredy pussycat, thinking something else is going on with it. It's taxes. And now, your credit is being abused. That ain't got nothing to do with me, shorty. I don't have Verizon, nor do I need Verizon. I don't have a car. Never didn't even have a car. Ask Shaka what I was doing in Dallas and see if I was using your credit. Them niggas was buying me food and taking me around and helping me with everything. Are you serious? I was spending all my money on plane tickets, flying here, flying here, flying here. I ain't got no more money. And I had to fly to so many places off a situation. Do you guys know how much plane tickets cost and how many flights I took? Do you know how many thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars have gone into flights for me in just 2023 alone? The end of 2022 to 2023. You know how much money has gone to the airport from me? Almost 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. Literally. I was able to play in certain ways where I was able to get certain discounts. Where I didn't have to pay those whole things all the time. Shout out to you. People don't know the type of blessings and divine guidance and protection I've actually had while they're calling me a bum and calling me this and calling me that. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. I just got out of a cold. And I don't have a family to support me. I just found out my mom would do that, but her promise is to not continue to do that because I'm a grown-ass man. And she wants me to find a way to do it for myself. And she doesn't want drama on her home front. And there is drama attached to my name because of what's been going on. And people like Janae. My mother, while Janae's trying to use my mother as a token, my mother said, never be with Janae. And what she's doing to you online and what she's doing online is unacceptable. My mother said this to me over a month ago, or like a minute ago. Don't act like you got rank and connected with my mom. My mom's like, what's wrong with her? Don't worry, Mijo. I'm gonna work with her. I'm gonna try to keep her sane and stable because she's pregnant and she's clearly going through something the way she's texting me. My mom's saying, hey, I'm gonna help her. Don't worry, I got this. You and Velvet are fine. You and Velvet, you guys, you're good. I love Velvet. Velvet's amazing. My mom don't want me to mess things up with Velvet. While Janae's trying to use my mom as rank. My mom don't want me even talking to you. So let's not talk about my mother in this situation because that's only against Janae. Everything Janae's doing right now and accusing us of is sad and foul because it's just not the case. It's not true. Why do they put all of this online? And that is a good ass question. That's what me and Velvet are sitting here asking ourselves right now. We're like, do you know what the fuck we've been through? Do you know what actually has happened to us, especially by the people who are online talking about us? Do you know
Still
what?
to this day.
And we don't go online saying anything.
They clearly needed a voice.
We don't go online saying anything at all. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on with us because we don't tell you.
Exactly.
She's got a big mouth. And she's accusing us of things we're not guilty of. So much so to the point to where I'm like, hold up, this don't feel like a court case. This feels like a Scorpio full moon. It feels like some bullshit about to be called out. It don't feel like nothing else but that. Y'all opinions don't matter to me. Sorry. This is just the truth. And this is just how I feel about what's going on. Y'all take that for what you want. Y'all can say what you feel and promote how you feel. I do care about how you feel. But not in this scenario where I'm explaining that what she's accusing us of and what she's angry about and what she's keeping me, a father, away from his daughter for, and the ammo she's using that for, while saying she loves the two people that she's dishonoring in every way. And then cussing us out and calling us all of these names. Bro, at a certain point, something has to be done and said about this for our reputation as we're public figures. Whether you like to accept it or not, that's what we love to do. And that's where our calling is. So we're going to play our part and be in our lane, but we're going to do it in a way to where we're just going to talk about truths. I'm not here going to accuse her of nothing. You ain't going to see me accusing her of nothing or really even talking about, well, you know what she did? You know what he did? You know what she did? No, I don't got time for that. Y'all need that history real quick so you can know what we're at right now. Me and Velvet are deeply in love. She's pregnant. Because we've been in a relationship.
Do y'all want to know what the coldest part of this live is? Within just a few short months, Velvet ended up leaving Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. She went on live and was talking all types of sugar honey iced tea about him, even accused him of abusing baby Eliana by breaking her tooth, y'all.
Because we've been in a relationship. We've been bonding and been connecting, and it happened. And we're happy. And when Janae found out, she blocked me in every platform, in every possible way, and it's disappeared, and I have not been able to contact her ever since. I actually hung up on her the day that she blocked me because our last conversation, I hung up on her because she had nothing but negative to say for a good 5-6 minutes of just pure nasty negativity about my child with Velvet. Excuse me. Me and Velvet's child, me and Janae's child, those are both important. They're both important. No one's picking and choosing. Why are y'all picking and choosing? This isn't Mortal Kombat. Bro, they can both be here and be a family and be brother and sister. Are you serious? What kind of adult or mature being are you? You could have called me a bum, but I always seem to have a house. And this one's in my name. But we're bums. It's kind of fucked up.
Kinda.
She's accusing us of living off of her credit. She's doing us that disgrace publicly to our name, faulty.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
What else? You're a Jezebel, you're a whore. You were only with Eligio. Janae, excuse me. But the fact remains that you were with all of my homies. That's a personal statement. You slept with my homies, my closest homies, while they're my homies. While saying you love me. Velvet ain't never do nothing of that nature. Funny story is, the one man that she was there with and has a child with, that's a long journey. The other child that she has, the father's, that was also a long journey. Little do y'all know or need to know. She's far from a whore, a Jezebel, or whatever you're saying, a succubus. She's never sold her body for money, not even once.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Excuse us for posting a sexy picture or two. Like, excuse us. Excuse us. Her husband on paper, who she's getting a divorce from, raped my wife on paper. That's what time it is. And this ain't even revenge. This is like, wow. Could it get any better? Yeah, it does. She's pregnant. My children keep getting taken from me, but they don't. She is living in a delusion and making a reality for Azuli that does not need to exist by making me the cause.
Y'all, I'm still trying to figure out why Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., has yet to address the allegations Velvet has made against him. Y'all see how he got this energy for Janae? Why he ain't got that type of energy for Velvet? What, he don't want to smoke with Velvet? Velvet knows more secrets than Janae? What's the deal?
Exist by making me the cause for all of her fucking problems. From her credit, when I put her in alignment for $250,000, but is mad because I haven't bought an item on a list, a registry list that I kept on my page after she blocked me from everything. And I'm in a relationship with another woman that's pregnant, and I still kept Azuli's registry on my page for months. And you're mad I didn't buy anything? Anybody who bought anything from my page, that's me. And why would I buy something from my wish list where I'm hoping people buy it for me? What's the point? That's the point of a registry, is to help me. Especially if I don't have a house or a car and I'm a bum. Why wouldn't you help me? And where do you expect the money to come from to pay for every item on a registry if you think I'm stealing your credit to use a phone from Verizon, but somehow has a 5-2 Mexican number? Are you fucking dumb? Is this brown sugared salmon or Bohemian braised beef?
We don't have neither.
Oh, and we're fresh out of the yogurt too.
Oh my god.
For those who know, they know.
Oh my god.
It's funny because she knows. It's funny. Bro, and I'm sorry to be mean about it, to seem mean, or if my energy can make it seem like there's any type of negativity or mean or malice. No. Yeah, my malice is all towards her ignorance. Any type of negativity in me or attitude or energy that might seem distasteful is towards her moving and operating from lies and illusions. And I'm sorry, but I just finished listening to 52 minutes of this shit. And it's all shit. It's all wrong. It's all false. And if she believes it to be true, and I take away, hey, she's not a bad person. She's really operating from what she believes to be true. Okay, but what you're saying from what you believe, from your lack of evidence, is saying a lot about what your energy already was about us. Your insults towards us do not equate to me exposing what's behind the mask.
Yeah, because.
Am I talking shit? Have I talked shit or have I exposed it? This is an expose. It's a Scorpio full moon. I've got a Scorpio North Node in the 5th house. A full moon is when the moon is on the opposite side of the sun. The sun is ruled by Leo. I have a Pluto Scorpio in the 5th house, trining the moon. My North Node is Scorpio in the 5th house. This is a very important night for me, for this. And the fact that I seen this right on time.
Yeah.
The universe literally gave me a box of lies to go through publicly about my life that are in-depth secrets and taboo things. And may you say, Scorpio 5th house has to do with the children and the loss of children and removal of children and secrets of children and romance. 5th house is romance and casual dating as well. Scorpio, the moon, parenting. All we've been doing today in the past couple days is parenting Aviana and Ellie. That's it. Schooling, parenting, curriculums, that's it. We're trying to have fun in between and enjoy our life in between. But you know how that works, is no sleep. We're parenting if I look tired. I love it. It's worth it. This moon is in Cancer. The moon is ruled by Cancer, which is the family, but it's in Scorpio, which is actually the dark mother, which is actually known as, it's a mother energy, Scorpio. Yeah. It's just really controlling and protective. Yeah. Known as a dark mother. Long story short, this is aligned even in an astrological perspective. And for those who want to get astrology readings, I still do astrology readings. I love to do astrology readings. Message me for them. People have been booking and then canceling their bookings. So I haven't been doing readings and I'm about to raise the price. So you might want to get in there with how it's set up right now. Moving forward, is there anything you want to say, Velvet? Because I think that whatever I said was channeled and needed to be said. And I think that now I'm ready to go into whatever detail, because I've already addressed the majority of the bullshit that was in the first 52 minutes. We can go back and skip through things, or we can finish it off together on the live and just let it be that, because we addressed what we heard. And what we haven't heard yet, we can do a live response to that, which is what I want to do. But anything you've got to say?
All right, y'all, get y'all listening ears on, because it's Velvet's turn to go on ahead and ramble on about Janae and say a whole bunch of sugar honey iced tea.
Shoot.
I do want to say, like, I didn't necessarily, like, contemplate how I would, like, feel about certain things. Like,
Don't worry, I will. I'm right here and I can read these comments.
I didn't know that. First of all, the situation is just very unfortunate as far as her being pregnant, her blocking you, her continuing to go on social media to just say how, like, just, I can't even say that what she's doing
Like, it's
is
like for
bad
clout.
because I can't even necessarily say what she's doing is bad because this is how she feels.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm gonna say that I know Janae and that I do have or have had a relationship with her, I have had thoughts at some point in time in my life like she's moving around a little too much to say that she's genuine about how she's going about certain things. Like I deliberately saw her go to certain places just to get views. She does things just to get views. I know that for a fact. But I say that to say this. In either regard, it's unfortunate because I didn't know that she could be this negative about whatever. If it was me, if it was someone else.
Y'all, I ain't even finna hold y'all, but look at the pot calling the kettle black.
About whatever. If it was me, if it was someone
Bro,
else.
she straight up
like,
insulting you in this one.
It's just really negative, and it's like
It's just
if you could at some point consider me as a friend or vice versa, my response to you was the complete opposite of how you responded to me. I don't consider myself a friend to Janae at this point, or before we got into a relationship together because of how she moved. She would literally call me for advice about you guys' relationship and only tell me half of the story.
That's crazy because
So-
she never told me that.
So I would be left.
She never told me that. She told me she was just talking to T. And I was like, well, that's still weird, but.
I would, at some point in time, I considered her a friend after I left Carbonation because I felt like she was one of the only women who came across to me like she didn't want to have a problem with me.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Every other woman I felt like wanted to have a problem with me for whatever reason, but that was never like what was on my end because I don't have problems with people. That's not who I am. I'm very easily to be a friend with or whatever the case may be. But at some point, when I kept like catching her in her own lies and not telling the I don't know, can't even say that it's lies, but not catching her telling the whole truth is when I had to step back from the situation and be like, is she a friend? Is she a friend? Because my friends tell me the truth. They tell me what they did and they tell me what the other person did. My friends don't have me.
Can you clarify something for us?
Mm-hmm.
They're confused about something. They think that you're foul because you got pregnant by her baby daddy. Can you clarify for them real quick from beginning to end the actual perspective that should have? Because number one, I'm just gonna say this and pass it. She breaks up with me. Let it be known. She doesn't lay no claim on me. I can get another woman pregnant after she leaves me multiple times. When she left me and when I'm with Velvet and we were already in a relationship, nobody knew Janae was pregnant. Nobody knew Janae was pregnant at all or was even thinking about that. Okay? So after me and Velvet are already together, after doing mad stuff to even get together on our own, we're finally together. We're laying in a bed like on our first or second week together and we're like, damn, Janae texts us a pregnancy picture. And Velvet is very happy about it. But at this time, me and Velvet are already in a relationship. Janae done broke up with me 1,000,000 times already, and I'm done going back and forth and taking her back. I'm not doing it no more. I'm moving forward this time, and that fucks with her. So moving forward, I'd love to hear your perspective and your truth because she thinks that you're being a bad friend as well. By what? By being with me at all, but she loves me. But she don't really love me because number one, of how she actually treated me in a relationship. Number one. Number two, she won't take the time to get to know me as much as she says she knows me. So At what point did you become the foul person for accepting the love that we found and indeed felt like we stumbled on it or stumbled on us through our own self-work and self-healing, not looking for a relationship at all? Quite the opposite is what brought us together. So what makes you the foul person? Can you clarify to them? Because they're confused. They're thinking you're a foul person because, you waited, baby daddy.
This is so fucked up, bro.
What's the reality?
This is so fucked up.
Who's with whose baby daddy? Whose baby daddy? Who's with whose baby daddy? And what time zone are you talking about? Because I'm last.
We all, in fact, met in a cult. In 2017 was when I joined. 2017, at the end of 2017, I entered a relationship with the co-leader. He was considering himself to be polygamous. All of those women who he was currently polygamous with that I entered the relationship with, when he was polygamous with them, they exited willingly because of whatever issue that they had as far as the love that me and the co-leader shared. They were insecure for whatever reason. So me and the co-leader were monogamous for a while. And I was love bound. From my perspective, I was love bound for a while. And he was lying and hiding the fact that he wanted to be polygamous, XYZ. So he brought up the proposal to me to be open to getting another woman or having another woman, and that I could have a decision or make a decision about who I wanted to be.
You're the one doing this. Yeah.
And so I said, okay, well, if you absolutely have to be polygamous, the type of woman that I am, being open and wanting to be that wife to please my lover and
Give them everything that they want.
whatever
You're the
they
king.
need, whatever.
Right.
Whether he was a co-leader or not, I've been this with all of my anybody I've ever been with. This is the type of person that I am.
That's your love language.
So with that being the case, I'm like, if you absolutely need that to be happy, I'm considering his feelings, I'm considering what he wants. I'm like, okay, I could choose another wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. All of the women that he was choosing at the time, I did not approve of because I felt like it was one-sided. And I felt like they would only be getting in a relationship with him and not us, which would never work. And I'm not the type of person to just be in a relationship to fuck. I don't care what narrative people out here throwing about me or say about me or whatever the situation about me, but everybody who I've been with has talked to me about marriage, has talked to me about something long term. And if they weren't on that time, we were never together, and you don't see me with them. So with that being the case, Janae was one of the first candidates in me and the co-leader's monogamous relationship to be polygamous with. Her response was, I would like to be in a polygamous relationship with you guys, but for whatever reason, she felt like he was toxic, XYZ, so she would actually be in the situation with me over the phone, communicating with me, telling me that I needed to get away, telling me that I needed to run away, and I did on her accord at one point in time, and I would confide in her, and she would be like, you did right. She would be one of those people in my life to tell me like, good, you got away, that's good, da-da-da, XYZ.
She's the first person I talked to when I left.
But it also seemed as if at some point in time, Nature Boy, whatchamacallit, the co-leader, he disapproved of her, of becoming our wife at some point in time because he knew ultimately what she was saying about him behind closed doors to me. So he never really wanted to be in a relationship with her at that point. So she found her way in through other cult members to be with other cult members. Can't necessarily recall the first person she was with in Carbonation or whatever the case.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
May be, but it was not solo. He was not the first person that she was with in whatever.
Because she came mad early.
She was getting there
Way before I
me.
ever came there.
And granted, she was in and out. So sometimes she would be in there and sometimes she would be out. But she was connected to other people who was connected to Nature Boy without coming to Carbonation. So, and this is what I'm talking about.
She was already with like mad other cult leaders. Like, not even mad. I'm not even gonna say that many, and I'm not even gonna try to defame her. But what I'm gonna say is that, you ever heard that term, calling the kettle black? It's really like, this is the last person who should be trying to say these things about Velvet when you're, number one, you're wrong. You're actually incorrect and wrong about your accusations, number one.
So,
number two, you're actually doing these things that you're saying she's doing when Velvet has been monogamous with a one person, one man, loyal, not looking for any type of relationship, trying to accomplish a mission the whole time. Janae cannot say the same exact thing in the same way.
not to mention, being in these situations with these women rotating, and I'm disapproving of every woman, not because I'm jealous, not because I have any type of animosity, because I'm not the type of woman to just be in a relationship to fuck. And that's what it was about. And I always said that, and I spoke up for that, and I got beat for that.
And that's what Carbonation boiled down. That's what it boiled down to be. That's actually what Carbonation boiled down to actually be.
Every single time I would stand up for the love of Zoka's and Solar's relationship, I got beat. Every time I would stand up for the love of Kendra's and Aaron's relationship, I got beat. Every time I stood up for the love of Ephraim's and Caliber's relationship, I got beat. Every time I stood up for any relationship for anybody else, I got beat for it. And I wasn't there to stand up for other people's loves because, like, what I wanted to just be monogamous. No, at the end of the day, the shit wasn't right. I felt for the guys there. You can't just say that those guys can be there and you want them to just be eunuchs and be your slaves. That is not how you treat a person. That's not how you treat a person. And on top of that, I'm not gonna sit there and stand by and be called quote unquote the queen of a tribe, and I'm watching these women also be in a polygamous relationship with me, but you deliberately treat them lesser than me. That is not how I move. Any friend I've ever had have never felt lesser than me. We all stepping out together. That's how I move. Period. Period. So for these women to make it seem like I'm jealous of them, or I want they man, or I actually let go of Eligio for y'all to be with him because y'all wanted to be with him so bad. It almost felt like I was the only woman there at one point in time. Like, bruh, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm over this shit. I don't want to be with none of y'all. And before she ever got into a relationship with Solar, she was fucking on Nature Boy. Let that be known.
Literally.
At any point in time, wherever.
No, I want to be with him. How is he the one who's always having a problem with her? Because she keeps wanting to be with me.
At any rate.
She's with him.
At any rate, whether she wanted to be with you, whether she wanted to be with whoever
but
else she slept with outside of Nature Boy, I forgave her every single time. Not only did I forgive her, I forgave Aya, I forgave all of them, and I still chose to be mature in a sense, even though I was having my little temper tantrums because I was feeling shit that wasn't being said. I was feeling stuff that was closed up and behind closed doors, and people was hiding. And all I'm here to do is bring it out and be truthful about it, put it on the table. Nobody didn't want to be real with themselves. So I'm forgiving. I'm the forgiving person in my eyes, in my perspective. I'm the forgiving person in the situation because I'm like, we here to make it work at the end of the day. We're here to fight generational curses. We're here to be greater than what we were, like to better ourselves. Like, I'm thinking like polygamy is the only way, like the end all be all of humanity, because that's how I was thinking when I was there. So I'm like, I have to make it work. But if you're in a situation with a whole bunch of women who ultimately have a problem with you, you never asked to be queen. You were granted that position, but all of the other women are low-key in competition with you, fighting to be that, and you're like, okay, then you be it. But the co-leader is also like, no, don't give your position away. You need to fight and be in competition with. No, I don't. For competition for what? For what? That don't make sense. So these women, you in a situation with a whole bunch of women that secretly feel some type of way about you while you're pregnant, fucking on your man, you sharing your clothes, you sharing your food, you sharing everything, and you forgiving them, and you expect me to just be feeling comfortable with this shit after a while and not feel no type of way? Like, I'm really trying to understand the psychology behind some of how these people thinking. Like, and granted, I also know my purpose in life, and I know that this is connected to me in such a deep way where it's getting me to understand myself and do introspection with myself, that most of the time I don't even take it personal. I have to not take it personally, because this is
Y'all, for somebody who ain't mad about the situation, Velvet sure has a lot to say. She been talking a whole bunch of sugar, honey, iced tea. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I told y'all.
what I gotta go through. Just like everybody got shit that they gotta go through, this is what I gotta go through. I know I'm gonna keep my head high through it all though, because I actually went through the shit. I actually been through the shit. While people are out here fabricating stories about how they got beat, I actually was that woman, and I still have not went into the depth or the details about what a beat is. Like, women who get beat for real can't even really exuberate that trauma or talk about it because it's a trauma. They can't talk about it. It hurts. So moving forward, when I found out that Janae was reaching out to me, telling me half-truths about her and Solar's relationship, confiding in me about her relationship with Solar, and I'm telling her, from my experience, you should do this, and she's completely ignoring everything I gotta say, and I'm her friend, and we supposed to have this relationship, and she's ignoring me, and I'm sitting there like, this girl, I don't know are you fucking dumb? This is how I'm literally feeling. I'm like, yeah, I don't have friends like this. I gotta be real with myself now. And if anybody think I'm fake for that, I could give a fuck less. I can care less about it, because at the end of the day, you could make friends with somebody and they shit could fall out their pocket, or they could show you themselves, and you have the decision either to continue to be their friend or not. I don't have friends that tell half-truths. I don't. I have attracted people in my life that have told half-truths, but I do not stand next to those people to this day. I don't stand next to people who tell half-truths to this day, not even my own family members. I am on my own. I am solo. I do everything alone. I made up in my mind on one particular day, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship at this point, so I'm washing my hands with it. I'm not even really that deep in with Solar, so I'm like, fuck it. Like, whatever they got going on, that's on them. I'm not gonna allow her to keep calling me anymore about their relationship. I chose to wash my hands with that shit and exit the friendship with Janae, because at that point, I'm on so much of a healing journey. I'm feeling like
Y'all, what she meant to say was, once she figured out that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., was available, she went ahead and jumped at the opportunity to get in a relationship with him when she didn't have no business doing so. And now she pregnant by him.
Because at that point, I'm on so much of a healing journey. I'm feeling like she's being toxic to me. I'm feeling like she's injecting drama into my life, and I'm like, I'm not on this time, bro. I'm not. This is not the type of time I'm on. So whenever everything evolved after I made the decision to exit the relationship, the friendship with her or whatever, I'm not thinking about dating Solar. I'm not thinking about being in a relationship with him. I'm not even thinking about being with him romantically. I'm not thinking about her being with him and me being with him after they break up. Like, that shit is not even on my mind. I'm not thinking about being with nobody, because I had actually just exited a relationship with the musician guy or whatever, and it come to find out he was doing some flaky shit behind closed doors that we're not gonna talk about. But at the end of the day, it just seems like niggas be lying. That's what I have a problem with.
Pretty much.
Niggas lie, men and women, they lie. I don't have time for that shit. I'm tired of that shit. Tired of that shit. I don't go around lying about how I feel and the relationships that I want to be in, and if I love somebody, and if I don't lie about that shit. Period. So whenever they broke up initially, there was a whole rah-rah over the internet about it, and I could just feel in my heart that it wasn't right. Like, something wasn't right about it. And because me and Solar went through carbonation together, because I knew his experiences there, he lost a child there, I feel for these type of things. I got beat for it. Why wouldn't I? Come on now.
That was a whole process. They don't realize that that wasn't just a thing that happened. There wasn't a date for that. That was stretched out. That was a process and moments and days and situations, and each day was another situation. Like, I don't realize every single day was indeed eventful there for these years. This is 4 or 5 years of like every day something's fucking happening.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Something toxic as hell is happening. Every day, you guys are worried about us and trying to make us into negative people today, but you're not realizing we just broke out of a literal 4 or 5 year cycle for some of us of literally every single day doing the most toxic thing possible against your actual energy. And it's just like literally generating curses. And the way you guys talk to us is interesting, because I'm just curious that I know you might be entertained, but like, why you guys are the type of people to like throw shit at the person you're entertained by? Like, that's weird. Like, and I don't understand it, because if you cared about us and you were connected to it in an honest way, or if your heart was like semi-open or maybe like cracked open a little bit, then maybe you would be thinking like, hey, maybe I should say something or offer something to this person that is going to encourage them or maybe help them from where I think they need help. But maybe some of you think that talking from complete ignorance or demanding things from us is a way to help us out. We're looking right past it. And I want you to know that. And yes, I did come here to answer certain questions, but you got to listen, because there's hella answers coming through. You actually missed those answers because they were given mad times, even outside of this live on our IG. But now you got to go subscribe to IG to watch that live again. But I actually did say everything. I did address what you said I didn't address already on IG. I've addressed it on here. Just know that at this point, or like Velvet likes to say, at this juncture, we are in a healthy relationship, if I've ever been in one. The way I felt in the relationship with Janae was not like how I feel in this one. And Janae, I'm wondering, like, every day, it's kind of how I felt in carbonation. It's like, bro, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't have to tolerate this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I deserve better. I deserve to accomplish my dreams. I deserve to be who I know I am. I deserve to be myself. I deserve to be heard. I deserve to be able to speak up. I deserve to be able to say what I want to say. I couldn't do that with Janae. I could not do that with her. Why? Because she knows me already, and I'll just figure it out later, and I'm wrong. And I'm just confused right now. I'm like, bro, do you understand how insulting to my intelligence Janae is? Janae doesn't even understand half of the knowledge that I actually talk about. Velvet gets it like a second language.
And this is the reason why I was deemed to be queen of carbonation. It wasn't because of my pussy or how beautiful I am.
Bro, she's the only person. I can't even talk to anybody else like me. I can only talk like me around Velvet, to Velvet.
And granted, everybody,
because she gets it.
Everybody's not gonna think like us. And that's okay, because I see people saying like, oh, they're living in delusion.
It's just frequency. It's just our frequency.
Everybody's entitled to live their own lives the way that they see fit, and it is not any of our responsibility to judge and bash each other for how we want to live or how we want to raise our children or how we want to do anything for that matter. I could give a fuck less. If you want to eat cheese and bean burritos every day of your life, that's on you. If you want to work at Sonic for the rest of your life, that's on you.
Just don't ask you for the facts on it.
I don't have, you know what I'm saying?
Because you're gonna give them the facts on it.
Exactly. Don't ask me no questions about God if you don't want the truth. Period.
Yeah, that part.
Moving forward, because I was deemed the queen of carbonation, I watched everybody go through what they went through, and I caught beating after beating after beating after beating for speaking up for all of us. All of us. I wasn't just getting beat just because I wanted to be in a monogamous relationship with Nature Boy. I was not getting beat for that only. I was getting beat for a lot of things. I was getting beat because I was telling him how fucked up it was that he was doing that shit to Zoka and Solar. I was getting beat because I'm telling him how fucked up it is to take all of the wives and say that he just wants to be polygamous and how these men should just be servants. That is not how you run a kingdom or a tribe or a family.
Little do we know that's what all of our meetings are about. When he come and talk to us and have these meetings and stuff, it's because he done finished having some whole scenario with Velvet probably.
And then he apologizes in front of their faces over and over. Velvet's right. She's right. Every single time. And everybody's like, yeah, queen of carbonation.
Bro, it's been like that for years. It's been
but
like that
yet,
for years.
But yet, at the same juncture, because of the narcissistic tendencies and behavior and insecurities, he had to portray me and bash you guys with false ideas and false identities of who I actually am, which ultimately turned everybody around me. So while I'm yet queen of carbonation,
while he's eventually done everything you told him to.
Exactly.
Every little thing that you ever told him to or fought for or argued about, he's ended up doing or is doing to this day.
And will do.
Or would do, again, bro.
Proceeds with his life. But if you could only imagine being of somewhat of a queen of carbonation, but yet you have 17 to
Y'all, I ain't even finna hold y'all, but why Velvet keep bringing up this queen of carbonation? Doesn't she realize that carbonation was not a kingdom? It wasn't a country. It wasn't anything. It was a cult, Velvet. It was a cult. You were the queen of a cult.
Of carbonation, but yet you have 17 to 25 people in a circle around you, letting this man beat you, not even letting, but we're all subject to it. At some point, you're not gonna feel safe around anybody, but yet I'm still forgiving this one. She was there multiple times in Puerto Rico when I went to go get a protection order on him. She stood outside those gates.
Was there.
Talking about saying, you're foul, da 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 da. But she was the first person, way before Solar, way before
hold on. Be clear. Because she was in Puerto Rico with Eligio.
She was in Puerto Rico with my baby father at the time, with my baby in my arms that I had with the co-leader, trying to get a protection order from him from getting beat for shit.
Y'all peep game how it always comes back to Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, right?
Save her ass from.
Before she was ever pregnant.
For her ass from before she was pregnant for you or whatever the fuck was
all
going
that.
on with her. She's standing outside with him, holding his hand, talking about, yeah, Velvet, you're foul for this. You should not get a protection order on him. But she was, in fact, one of the first people to tell me that I shouldn't be there and I shouldn't be with him.
And look what she's doing to me. And look what she's doing to me right now with my daughter. When she was sitting there with Eligio talking about, you're foul, you shouldn't get a protection order on Eligio to protect Eliana. When look at what she's doing to me right now. When she has no reason at all to keep me from my daughter, except for the fact that I don't want to be in a relationship with her because I've discovered that she's toxic.
And just to put out,
period. That's just the truth, bro.
Not to push the envelope, but way before y'all actually got into a relationship, you were not polygamous with Zoka. You got to be polygamous with Zoka because this one right here, I'm never even gonna stoop to her.
No, what's your point on that?
Janae was kept probing the situation. I want to be solo. I want to be solo. I want to be solo.
Oh, you talking about how that scenario came to
Imagine.
happen?
Yeah, imagine how Zoka felt when this girl was doing that, when this woman was doing that. But she wants to talk about how she went through something and she wants to throw this pity party for herself online, like somebody actually did her something. Imagine what that woman went through, and she lost a baby with him and everything, and you didn't even give it time. You didn't even give time for that situation.
She wasn't really polygamous because she wasn't with all the partners. Like, I was actually, and it's funny because she'll be proud of the fact that she's done it before. And relationships started to become a game, and it's just not real. And that stuff, bro, you can't fake the funk for too long. And the only way that I see this ending is her realizing that by accusing me of all of these different things, from taxes, bro, the address isn't ours. For phones with the Verizon thing, from frauds or any of these things that have, bro, they're not my problem, number one. Number two, it's not my fault. And I'm not doing shit with anything that is yours. Period. Bro, we doing the most with what we got, and it's amazing the magic that we've done.
And let's talk about the magic of things, because this is just to progress into a more progressive time in our storyline, right? When you and I came together, it was not based off of insecurities. It was not based off of people pleasing. It was not based.
It was
off
after
of,
we're getting over that shit.
It was not based on wanting to desperately be in a relationship or finding the one or whatever. It was not watching you be in a relationship with another woman and wishing that I had that in my life. No, the way we came together, it was a contingent upon the fact that I reached out to you after you guys broke up and all of that shit flooded me. I don't even
Lachey, we don't fucking know if it's not our address. Go there and find out. If you didn't see our name on it, leave us alone. Janae too. It's you open up a whole nother thing by accusing us of crimes that we're not fucking doing.
This is actually,
Go do your research. Leave us alone. Figure it out.
And just to put it out there, anybody who's online doing stuff like this is called defamation of character, and this is considered a crime, lawfully. So moving forward into the more progressive storyline of our whatever.
That's just the truth. That's just, yeah, y'all need to hear that. Know what time.
Y'all, how ironic for Velvet to say that defamation of character is a crime when all she's been doing has been talking sugar, honey, iced tea about Janae this entire live.
Storyline of our whatever.
That's just the truth. That's just, yeah, y'all need to hear that. Know what time we on.
Whenever we came together, it was so magical. I text you and I was like, condolences to you. Because I had considered everything you've been through, you losing a baby, you like everything.
I remember the whole energy of that entire day.
Bro.
I remember everything I did that day, how I was feeling.
You know, and then you texted me back and you were like, thank you, you know, we just genuinely connected, and it had nothing to do with sex, it had nothing to do with
oh, you're cute. Oh, this or that.
Oh,
I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you.
No.
It was none of that. It was like,
it was genuine.
damn, are we supposed to be together, bro?
Literally.
Out of everything we talking about, everything we're saying, every response, the way we're talking, how it's flowing.
It's like the
bro, we supposed to be together?
Literally was like literally generating itself beyond our control. And I like.
That's a great way to put it.
I remember saying something first. Like I remember putting it out there because the thing about me, I'm not gonna flex on how I'm feeling. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie about how I'm feeling. It's gonna come out one way or another. So I said something, and you actually was like, "Hold on, let's not jump the gun. Let's not, you know, let's not let's, you know what I'm saying."
I probably said something like that because of what I just went through with Janae. On top of everything, I was serious. I was done with relationships. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, I'm not about to do a relationship. I'm single right now.
So we chilled out, and we just continued to connect as friends after that, and it developed.
Very fast.
And we let it develop. Because one thing I'm not into is depriving myself of something that's coming naturally to me, because all I've ever experienced in my life was force. Force this, force that. And when someone lies to you and deliberately pretends to be something that they're not in your life, to be with you, to get close to you, to be your friend or whatever juncture, that is force. That is a lie. That is not righteous.
That's manipulation.
So
that's narcissistic.
I let it happen. Yes, I did. And when I felt that, I accepted it because, period. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, what's for me is for me. What's not is not. Whatever's not for me is gonna flee from me. Period. And the only reason why I was on live, just to wrap up my thoughts. The only reason why what happened.
Yeah, you gotta clarify that. Yeah.
Is because of the fact that something that we have always, or not even always, but like especially.
I watched Ruthless.
Especially in the beginning of our relationship, we experienced a lot of outside influence of certain things and people and what people would say and how people would feel about us and our relationships. And so like most of our narratives when we initially came together, though we were feeling the way that we were feeling for each other and the connection that we had, there were untruths that was there that needed to be unraveled through communication. A part of the biggest purpose in my life of me getting to know myself and evolving into the queen, the woman that I am supposed to be working on myself emotionally, supposed to be gaining and building a more mature, emotional, responsive things, not really allowing my emotions to take over and do certain things that will hurt me ultimately in the end. So with that being the case, our relationship had exuberated those false truths. And because I'm so used to lying and hiding and manipulation and deceit, I have built a very short fuse for certain things. And so just like the other day, when I'm in my mind about certain things, I'm in my mind about that shit. And if I can't get it out, and if for some reason I feel like you're not gonna listen to me, which is what I'm used to and is a trauma for me, is like I go deep into that shit. And I was deep into that shit the other day, and I'm like feeling like I'm not supposed to be here in a relationship. Like I'm like feeling all of these opposing thoughts and feelings about the relationship that I have with him. And so like I just went into my own world. I didn't choose to talk to him. I didn't choose to connect with him. I didn't choose to open up my feelings about him because I ultimately let those traumas take over. And that's what I can say about our relationship is that when you truly find that divine counterpart that's for you, they are going to exuberate those traumas. But it's not to play on them and to like continue.
And you'll see that I won't ever do that.
Oh no, you don't ever do it.
Yeah.
So it's like that's how I know it's healthy. Because every other
because
relationship I've been in, when my traumas would be exuberated, they would play on that, or it would get worse and bring the worst out of me. With you, being with you, and like I said, my point is when you find that one that's for you, your traumas will be exuberated. They will come out. You will be triggered. But your other half is not gonna play on that. Their energies are not naturally gonna bring the worst out of you. It's gonna blow you back.
They're gonna be like, hey.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with you for that.
And that's what you do for me. And it's like, I know people don't see that behind closed doors because we don't necessarily share that portion of our life because it's been so much toxicity, so much drama, and everybody's always seeing me in this emotional, balanced state. But it's like, at some point, it is healthy for humanity to see because we're all going through that shit on some level, in some fashion. And people, it's funny because people act like they're not going through that, but they are. But
and if they're not, then it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Or they've already reached that mature pinnacle in their life where they can honestly say that they've went through that and they've gained and applied the wisdom.
And at that point, we're looking towards you to be offering further wisdom if you've already been through stuff like this. You know, looking at you to act like, you get stupid. But if you're so fucking smart, help. Make your community and your environment better, especially if you're going to give your energy to it to watch it. Why wouldn't you want to at least improve what you're already like investing your energy in?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why one reason I'm getting into stocks, because it's like, why does everybody use things, but they don't even really kind of own it in any type of way, or it's not working for them as well as they work for it. As we talk about love, everybody's investing into things that aren't investing into them in life. So I digress. Moving forward.
Ultimately, I've learned in that moment from that day, and I think this is big to talk about too. Like, people put this narrative on you. Like, fuck the narrative people put on me. I don't give a shit no more. But like, it really fucks with me when people put this narrative on you, Solar, that like you're Nature Boy's right hand man and you're just the same and you're gonna do me just like how he did me, or you treated Janae just like how he treated me, XYZ. It's really fucked up to think about it like that. Or
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
even look at you like that, because who I've seen you to be in my life outside of that situation is not who you are.
Bro, versus what people say online versus what you see every day. But the worst thing about me is that I play video games, bro. The second worst thing is that I occasionally smoke marijuana. Like, I smoke weed sometimes and I play video games. That's like the worst things about me. But how I really don't even play video games.
You want to be honest?
It'll be like a day or two or a couple days where I might play that game. Go ahead, yeah, be honest. Always be honest.
About the video game thing, like, growing up, I never thought that I would be with somebody who plays video games, right? And no, you do not play video games nearly as much as other people play.
Bro, I used to play pro.
But, like, I don't know. I actually enjoy when you do play the video game, because I used to be like this type of person, like, oh my god, I would be so disgusted with the person if they play video games. Like, I hate video games. Like, I cannot get into it. And granted, like, still to this day, like, when you play video games, I'm not into it. But, like, I'll be there with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I get it. I understand the concept.
Like, yeah,
but
no,
it's
we'll
just
be sitting in the room together and I'll be talking about it out loud, explaining the tactics, and you'll be like, I get that. That is cool. I just don't really care for the game still. Like, I just don't really care to play it or anything. That's cool that you're getting that out of it, though. Like, what you're getting out of it, great.
But
Game, whatever.
But I genuinely do enjoy watching you play the game, or when you do play the game, because I can see your reaction that you have when you do it. I know that you're not abusing it. I know that you're using it for, you know, a level of fun.
Babe, they said, ain't you just pulling Malia the other night, though?
I just explained that.
I know, it's just funny that this. I'm sorry.
Going back to that night,
I find it funny.
Going back to that night, though, something that I learned, and this is where it's not toxic, and this is where it's not a pulling of Malia, because what Malia does is toxic as fuck, and what she's going through is toxic as fuck, and what I went through in the past was toxic as fuck, and the responses that I've had in the past was toxic as fuck. So moving forward, something that I learned for myself in that night, because me have been feeling emotionally neglected my whole life, and not feeling hurt my whole life, it has become a normalcy for me. So I have made certain things like this end all be all. Like, I have made everybody in my mind like, oh, they're automatically
okay? So I already know how this goes. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be this. So I might as well just do this, do that. There's no point in doing this or doing that. I'm just gonna go ahead and accept this and move like this.
Exactly. So when I talk to you, when I ultimately talk to you over the line, that pushed me. There were certain things that pushed me to open up and talk to you about it, because I was not going to do that. Granted, my own things that I have to work through emotionally, and is where I'm building my maturity within my emotional body.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had talked to you about everything that I was feeling over that live, I realized in that moment that I didn't need to like hold back, or I didn't need to like lash out, or like be like just extreme, like one-sided person of not expressing my emotions to you. Is in those moments where I do feel like that, because of how you responded to me after the fact. Even when I didn't express my emotions to you, how you responded to me, I learned that I just need to be open enough to come to you about the feelings that I have, period. That's what I learned about that. And that I also learned that this situation is not like every other situation that I'm used to experiencing. So I don't need to hold you to the same standard that I'm used to living in my whole life. And that is where people got you fucked up on social media, because they look at you as this thing, like this perspective of what they think you are, and they're not allowing you grace and giving you time and giving you they're not giving you grace. They're not giving you the opportunity, rather, to just be who you are and then them accept you as who you are. And so as a double-edged sword, saying that, I'm like, I have to accept him for who he is. Like, I can't make him out to be whoever it is that I think
Bro,
he is.
I'm gonna do that for you. I'm weird as hell. I'm gonna let you be you, cause I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that reciprocal. You say that covered. I need that.
Yeah,
when it comes
because-
to the weird shit, because I am a unique individual, bro. Like, I love Naruto. Like, I understand life in a very, different fashion than the average person. To
So-
where you couldn't just commit to living a life with a person like me. You have to really get to know me, and you can't just say you know me and then just let that be it. You actually have to get to know me, because, bro, I'm getting to know me.
And this is as interesting as it is. That's how I live my life, with all of the Aquarius energy. I allow people to live as they see fit, and I will get with the shit. If that's what you like,
Well,
that's what I like.
yeah, I'm
to
cool
a
with
degree. If I don't fuck with it, I'm gonna let you
I'm
know I
open
don't
to
fuck
it.
with it, but I'm still gonna support you though.
At least.
That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? But when I roll back the hands of time, over the duration of our relationship, we've been together, what, like 6, 7 months, 7, 8 months, 6 to 8 months, we've been together.
Just about.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
From November.
You have been there for me. I can genuinely say that. You
In
have
every
been
way.
there for me in times where I felt like the whole world was against me, and you were the only person like standing up for me. Yeah, you hurt my feelings in the process, but so did I. Hurt your feelings in the process. But what reigns to be true and what stands to be true and what still is true to this day is that you have had love for me in a way that no one has ever shown me. Not even my own bloodline. And so if I'm going to hold you to any standard, it's going to be of the fact of what's most consistent in my life, and that has been you being there for me more than anything. Whether we have ups or downs or whatever the case may be, that is what's most consistent about you, is that you're there for me emotionally, and that's something that I need. The physical things is cool, and I appreciate that, because I hear Janae saying that I'm with you for financial stability and XYZ, big baby girl, been
Gold
there,
digger.
done that.
I'm sorry.
Carry my own, held my own on my shoulders, off my shoulders, on the top of my head, at the bottom of my feet. I've already done that, and I was actually progressing to do more, but I chose to be in a relationship with Solar, and I chose to move forward to be in a relationship with him, which meant that we were going to get our own crib together, get our own life together, and not have to live off of a government.
Bro, we both could have did a million things from where we were. We were so far from bum. We did what we chose to do, bro. Like, I didn't have to leave my house in the tropics in Mexico. Like, bro, at that time, Zoka was trying to come and be with me. Zoka was trying to come over. I'm offering her my house. Like, here, you can have this shit. I'll go get another one. Don't worry. I got like mad 50, like, okay, Natiri left. I was going to give my house to Zoka again. I want to give the house to Zoka, give her the keys, give everything to her, and me and another girl who I was cool. Now I'm single. Now I can deal with my rich friends, the people with all the money, and I can go and hang out there. And I'm like, hey, come over here. I'll go get a house over here. I'll be fine. We'll both be in Mexico. Hey, I'll come take you to dinner later. We'll go do all kind of great shit, Zoka. We'll have a great time. That's what I'm about to do. I'm single now. What are you talking about? Like, I'm about to just be me. I'm not about to get in another relationship. You can be there by yourself. I'm gonna go get another house. I'm about to get rich right now. I'm evolving, you know? That's where I'm at with it. The reason why it ended up with Velvet and how it turned into this instead of me choosing those routes was because this was where my soul's purpose and calling and alignments met up with the relationship. Everything I wanted to do was everything she wants to do. Every time we talk about what we want to do, we're just adding to our vision, and every time we add something, we both want that same thing. That's very rare. You know, the language that we speak, sometimes it's not always the same, but it is. We doubt ourselves. Sometimes we be our own problems in a relationship. It's like any relationship has problems in it. You probably be the problem in it. And if you don't think you are, you might be a narcissist. Dead
I
ass.
could definitely say that the other night I did feel like I was the problem because I did not have to take it that far.
Right.
It was not.
We have our moments done. Like, I didn't have to say that, but I didn't have to make that joke. Yo, I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to do that. Like, and if you can't even have that moment, bro, you're not supposed to be in a relationship at all. You're not ready in any type of fashion.
I regret saying that stuff like, I wish I wasn't pregnant and stuff like that.
And
I
know
spoke
this,
life into my
I
body
loved
today.
you. I love you. And so when you said that, I was like, she doesn't mean it. It's cool. And I did feel like, am I in denial? But at the same time, I was like, nah, bro. You know her, you love her, and this is what she's going through, and you signed up for this, and you know what she's going through. Take it. It's easy. This really isn't even that bad because you already know what it is. And I was like, cool. And I kind of just pushed through it all and heard you say everything, knowing it. What I do, I just started telling you the truth through the door. I'm like, hey, you're not focusing on yourself. You're not looking at yourself. Don't let your past block you from love today, currently. Like, I kept saying things like that. I didn't say nothing mean. I didn't insult you. I didn't do any of those things. I just told you the truth. I said, this isn't mature. This is not this. This is cool. And it wasn't to be mean. It was because I felt like if you really, really, really gonna leave, I want to know that at least I said what was real rather than being some begging, choosing wiener or in being some really overly toxic masculine person like, no, you gotta stay. Like, no, I just decided to be like, hey, whatever, based on whatever you do, take this truth with you. This is what's real. And beyond all your delusions or whatever you think is going on, this is the truth. Now believe what you want. And I did, all the way until she walked out the door.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was gonna go live. But the reason why I went live was because I felt like y'all deserve to know that everything's okay. And that scenario was pretty interesting. Police came that night from the yelling and screaming. We have a lot of security where we live. So if anything was to happen here, they know who it is, what it is, where it is.
We're both safe from abuse.
Yeah. Yeah, love always wins. Always work it out with each other. Exactly. Love always wins. Like, even with Janae, like, we've actually had these conversations already with Janae. The thing is, she's acting like we haven't. Janae acting like we not cool already. Like, me, her, and Velvet wasn't just cool the other day while we were in Arizona. You know, and all this previous stuff and this and that and this and that, it's all irrelevant because we was all just cool a minute ago. We all put everything as water under the bridge. So now we're forgetting about that mature moment where me, you, and Velvet were on the phone. And on top of that, what did you say, Velvet? You opened up to even being polygamous at that time, if that's what it would take.
Yeah.
Janae was the one who couldn't be mature anymore.
But this is the extent that I'm willing to go to make it work for the children.
Exactly.
I don't have to have sex another day in my life if it means that the children are able to have a
Bro, we've been there. We showed that. Bro, we done gave up everything. We done joined a cult and damn near martyred ourselves.
I'm sorry. I'm too sexy.
Y'all gonna see plenty more of us. I don't know what they expect. They expect us to be young and like wear a hijab and just be, oh, that's what they do.
People want me to feel bad for my sexuality. No, do not.
I'm very proud of them. They are absolutely amazing beings. They're actually one of the people out there that I look up to because they've been doing a beautiful job healing. A beautiful job healing. Leaving everything on the internet alone.
How do we feel about this?
Together as a family union and getting together and doing whatever they do, keeping together. They have a son, and they actually absolutely cut.
You know it.
That's amazing to me. That's what I want.
I beg to differ, but that ain't none of my business. We gonna stay on topic.
Yeah, they have no right to live off my credit and doing what they're doing and talking about me and don't even talk to me. Overall hates my guts. Alright, you can be a hater if you want. Velvet, you can be a hater if you want. I'm gonna be over here.
Oh, for people to join the chat, we can do that eventually.
But just don't.
This isn't that type of chat, like, you know, it's not like a panel or anything. But I can set that up.
How to be hateful? How to be? Can we press pause?
Mhm.
Dr. Sable?
What?
How to be hateful? I'm the one that's open
What'd she say?
for reconciliation. She said I can be a hater if I want.
Oh,
How does a hater, like, what hater do you know that's open to making it work for the betterment of the child? Like, what
Y'all, in my opinion, Velvet has way too much to say about Janae. She really needs to play her position. She is his girlfriend and his second baby mama.
do is not be with you and denounce my love for you.
what does that do for her?
That's
And what does that do for our child?
what she wants.
What does that solution do for her, and what does that solution do for our child? It makes her feel good because it makes her feel like she owns me, and it makes that child now miss a father. Whereas the alternative is what you're going for is let's all work it out. Period. Win-win. Period. What is it? How does it need to be? Let's do that.
Some people just can't accept the fact that they're not supposed to be with someone. While she's over here talking about this is not a divine union, blah 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 blah. I can't necessarily say that that was a divine union, Janae. I'm gonna just be honest. You literally had to fight tooth and nail to be with, forced yourself to be in a relationship. It didn't happen like that for me and Solar. Sorry, honey. It naturally happened. I didn't have to fight nobody. I didn't have to step on nobody's toes because I definitely didn't have to step on your toes to be with him. Didn't have to steal him from nobody. Didn't have to be in a relationship with him with somebody on the side. Didn't have to do none of that. And still don't have to do none of that.
It just flows naturally.
So hater where? Hater for what?
Yeah.
Like hate on what? Like
It's crazy. I was saying this is interesting because I feel like Janae don't know that she really had the opportunity to have a really awesome pregnancy, and she's choosing to self-destroy that experience for her first pregnancy with the T as her assistant.
and did y'all know the T? Fun fact about the T, Janae is in cahoots with. Did y'all know that the T was actually tied to my father? Actually had a relationship with my father and my stepmother and was basically leaking all of our family business to the fucking internet and betraying my father. Did you know that? Did y'all know that? Oh yeah, T, you might want to be careful. But this is who Janae is in cahoots with though. But she's my friend, or considered me to be a friend, at any rate.
But Janae was in a relationship with the T, not me. I don't know what happened.
That's not true, man, Dofa. I wish I could talk about all this stuff, but there's certain things I'm gonna choose to.
Y'all, I don't feel like the T is a bad person like Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. is insinuating. I think she's a friend of Janae's and she broadcasting her live on her channel.
I'm gonna choose to keep quiet about because y'all must understand also that there is something going on, but that's involved with me that I have to keep my composure and make sure I'm saying the right things because there's something bigger involved, something very much bigger happening, and I was chosen to do this. I had to be
What?
In a very same breath, I'm going to also say this because this was on my heart. I hate how Velvet tried to take the lead, right? Going on the news and all this other things, saying, oh, this is a victory for the combination members when you give a fuck less about them.
What?
You want to
I feel like that's her opinion.
Hold on, let's hear it.
Okay, let's see if your words don't mean anything. Because you was trying to redo the shit.
So she stopped at, well, now that's humorous since you're trying to redo the
Who
shit.
better not to talk on the behalf of Carbonation, who was there before all of the fucking cult members that are currently there on the fucking news?
Probably physically more than anyone there at all, hands down. She gets the most beat award physically.
Bruh.
And you don't want her to speak up on the situation of Carbonation falling? Oh, the trolls wanted that. No, one of the people who was abusing the cult got that. Sorry. I want to read this. I honestly believe Solar loves Velvet. It's the way he looks at her, be so attentive towards her. I know you wished it would have worked out between you and Solar today. You have to mentally move.
That's crazy. She needs to. This denial phase is not good because believing what she's believing is stopping her from moving on or moving forward, and it's stopping everybody from progressing in light and love because we have to go this way. Now, granted, we get to learn lessons through this, so it's still a loving and a divine thing. Everything is divine because divine is godlike, and if you remove that from anything, well, then you're confused. But at the end of the day, what I see happening here is a woman who has convinced herself of something and is clearly, I think she knows she's accusing me of things I'm not doing. I think she knows that just because it's an Ohio address doesn't mean it was an address that Velvet was staying at. Just because it's a phone being opened with her credit and I helped her with her taxes doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm fucking using Verizon for what? Who am I calling extra? Why do I need an extra phone to call people? Bro, with Verizon, moving on, blaming me, I'm living off of Janae's credit. You would see that. But at this point, you definitely need to file for fraud. You do got some shit going on. I'm actually going through that same process, and I have to do it because I'm looking forward to being in very good standings with my finances.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
And certain things need to be done. You need to handle that. Go ahead. When we spoke before, I was saying, hey, no, what you're worried about is taxes. You're fine. You're calling the police about taxes. It's dumb. It's yours. They're yours. You can log into the whole account. You can do everything. It's fucking TurboTax. Are you kidding me? You called the police because TurboTax was used? That's how that's what you want. But you got this YouTubers in your head, got you thinking that something really is popping off right now. Oh my God. It's TurboTax. TurboTax. Because they have good lawyers. And there's a good chance that they're going to make sure you get your money. Right? You're going through credit fraud that does not have anything to do with me. I don't even know what address she has on file, what address she says, but it can't be mine. I never lived in Ohio. It's not Velvet's. We never needed a Verizon phone. Velvet had her own, I had my own. Actually had my own 2 phones. She knows that because Janae was with me when I bought my other phone. She knows I have 2 phones, and she knows both of my phones are what? T-Mobile. because she was with me when I bought my phones, my phone and hers, when I bought my second phone and hers. And she knows none of those numbers are Mexican numbers. So she's capped. She knows it's not me calling her. She's trying to make it seem like I'm chasing her or I'm calling her. I'm looking for her. What are you off of? What are you on? Bro, I haven't called you at all. I sent you a text to say, hey, are you okay? Because I got a tarot reading saying that there's something up with the health of somebody around you. Someone you may know. Serious. They could be in a hospital. I got nervous. I said, hey, let me be a good dad. I know I'm blocked here, here, and here, but what can I do? What can I say? And I'm curious. So I just said, send a text. Velvet found that text and read that text. And when she spoke, said what she said the other day, she brought that up. The fact that I had texted to see if Janae was okay. Well, half of y'all are destroying me for not being there for Azuli. I'm doing everything I can be to be fair for her, even when it's a risky ass text. You know what I'm saying? Out of genuinity.
I didn't even know that you had said something.
Oh, I told you. Yeah, I had told you or something. Yeah, because to me, it's like it had to be done. Like I felt like it made sense in the moment, especially spiritually. As I said in Psalm 999, as I said that, and it's just like everybody's good, everybody's okay, everybody's safe, and there's this concerned little girl named Janae who's convinced herself of this horror story that does not exist. And Velvet's over here like, you want a horror story? Look at my life. You're acting like you're going through something and making me the enemy when I actually just went through something, you sinister bitch. That's how Velvet feels. When there's Janae, who has the perfect opportunity to have a beautiful pregnancy and an awesome situation with Velvet also. Me and Janae broke up. She broke up with me. She left my house. Janae broke up with me. Why do you feel bad for her? What the fuck did I do? She broke up with me over and over again. Whilst that was very toxic relationship. I should have stopped it earlier.
And from what I'm understanding, she broke up with you because she wasn't getting her way.
And from what I see.
She couldn't tell you who to be.
Oh, 100%. Because
So
she already knows me.
Come on, bro.
When I'm telling her like how I'm thinking, she's telling me, no, that's not what you're thinking. This is what you're thinking. Bruh, what? Am I even here? True or false? Ask her this. Anybody who gets the opportunity, ask her this. Is it true or false? What is the one thing Solar said is his only problem in your relationship? Ask her this. The answer is, I feel unheard. That's the only thing Solar will sum everything up to in that. Yeah.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
You can say everything that I've done. What I've done is literally a minor. It is 1000% a lesser evil of what she's actually done, but it's not my job to go on here and confess for her. I'm not even on that business. I don't like starting cases. I'll let them deal with it. She knows what she did, and she knows the reality of our situation, which is why we can still be doing this, and we're having fun about it. Why this isn't some crazy big fiasco of how she was abused and beaten, because she fucking wasn't. I was. So get the fuck out of here with that. I can't believe I tolerated that stuff from her. It's cool, I'm a dude, so we go through that shit, and we don't think anything of it, but the truth is, it's not okay, even as a male, for anybody to put their hands on you regularly. Bro, you're not supposed to be in that relationship, like, bro, because if something happens and you ever hit her back, you can get killed that day. I want you to know that based off of her. And this is the woman who you was just trying to get some whatever from, some feelings from, or a woman who said that she once loved you. in the same day, and then the very next day leave and do this over and over and over and over and over again, and then get mad when you move on to another relationship that's actually healthy. And it happened divine. Have I ever been mad that she was ever with my niggas? Was I mad when she was with Mente or Loyal or Eligio? I said, do you? What about Watron? Or what about, I'm pretty sure what about Musa? The irony, you left and went with a guy named Musa, not even at Carbonation. Like, what is that? And then you left my house one day, you broke up, you left my house and you went to Musa's house. And then came back the next day with chicken. Talking about you're ready to be back.
I really hope that y'all realize that all of this sugar honey iced tea that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. is talking about Janae is all for Velvet's benefit. That's it.
And I took you back. And I took you back. And I kept taking you back every time you'd leave and do stuff like that. I take you back. You call Mente. You get lost at the beach. You call Mente and start saying, hey, you don't want to be with me. And you call Mente immediately. This is outside of carbonation, guys. This is not even carbonation anymore. Oh, now they're saying you better get a DNA test for Janae.
How is Janae gonna say that she care about people in carbonation? But if you cared at any rate, we.
Bro, this shit. I
This
feel,
is contradiction.
bro. I literally
And
like
really
just.
talking about the truth.
I literally just pictured like a snake slithering like through like there's this place over here called Fifth, and I just pictured like a snake slithering, and it's just like her, and it's like we're exposing it, like it just feels like we're exposing it, you know. In Mexico, the hawk, you know, which actually the eagle who represents Scorpio
When you do
sometimes
something, I want everybody to know this something.
catches that snake.
When you go in life, whether it's on camera, off camera, on the side of the camera, behind the camera, wherever, when you go around doing shit like this, when you go around telling half truths, when you go around lying, when you go around
I feel like we over here just piecing it together. Yeah.
When you do that, it's a thing called return to sender.
Y'all, not her. Not her. Not Velvet talking about when you do something like that, when you lie. Child, be quiet.
Together. Yeah.
When you do that, it's a thing called return to sender.
Exactly.
Naturally. You don't have to do magic. You don't have to.
She put this energy out unlawfully, unrightfully, unjustly, unthoroughly. And so now where does this energy have to go? It can't go to us because she's wrong. So where does it go, Val?
When it goes back to the sender. It goes back. Whatever energy you put out, whatever you think, however you feel, whether it's the truth or a lie, or delusion or reality, you're creating your reality. And this is something I want to go live
That's
about
the price.
for so long.
That's
but
the
it's
price.
Like right now, oh my God, bro. She is creating a reality for herself contingent upon the thoughts that she's having. And if I gotta be the enemy,
Well, we all are.
in her story, to be the hero in mine, cool, it's whatever. But ultimately, a deep inside of me, there's a part of me that does feel bad for her because she's pregnant with a child that is going through the same thing that my first two children went through, that doesn't deserve it and necessarily doesn't have to go through it. My first two children have no choice but to go through what they're going through right now. They have no choice. Or on the other hand,
Thank you.
it's different. It's a different.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I wonder if Velvet ever looks back at these live videos that her and Solar did and say, why didn't I just shut my mouth?
Or on the other hand,
Thank you.
it's different. It's a different story.
She's doing this.
It's a different story.
I'm not doing this. Me, my mother, my whole family would be there with her and Janae right now. I took the time to sit down and talk to her sister, to talk to Janelle, to try to talk to her mother. I kept asking to talk to her mother. Because I'm like, I want to make this cool. I want to be cool with everybody in the family. I always pushed for that. In my family, I pushed for my family to be cool with her. And actually, long story short, my mom took that under control. She said, I got it, mijo. I'll talk to Janae for you. Don't worry. I love Velvet. You and Velvet, y'all do your thing. I'm going to handle what's going on with Janae. Don't worry.
It's just,
I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to make sure she's okay. I'm like, cool, because she still got my daughter. And we're like, yeah, that's our family. That's my granddaughter, whoever this Janae is. I don't know. I get a weird vibe from her, but she's family now. And it's like, okay, family. Janae doesn't understand what it's like to have maybe a family that claims her. And I think that that's a real trauma. And this is maybe, I want her to speak on this and deal with this, but that's the truth. Because I know what family she does have, and I know what family she does have, how they do function. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want to talk about drama. Janae come from drama. Janae come from drama, and they're not all drama. I love them. Everybody who I met, I love them. And I'm sure as I continue to meet more people, I'll continue to love them. But what I'll say to you is this: drama has existed, and I am not the source of drama. You know why? Because I just came by and experienced it, and it connected to me. But there's other times where I don't exist, but that same drama exists in the same house, in the same energy with the same people, because that's their problem and their relationships and their bonds. And it affects Janae's childhood. And Janae didn't get to grow up with her father. There's a number of things going on to where she's cursing her own daughter with the shit she fucking went through.
and you know, I contemplated.
When she don't even need to do that.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
And everything she's accusing me of in this video was incorrect.
You know what I contemplated and what I've learned, even for myself. Like, I feel like me and her were granted the same opportunity as far as having somebody in our lives, i.e. you, where we're pregnant for we have your children, and we're able to have a healthy relationship with you. You're actually somebody that can have had a healthy relationship with. The difference between people, there's two different types of people in this world. There's one person, or both people, because we all come from a certain level of trauma.
Yeah.
But one person takes that trauma and lives in that trauma for the rest of their lives, and ultimately self-destructs and self-sabotages the whole way through their whole lifespan, and begins to be miserable and bitter because of the fact that they keep self-sabotaging and losing out on opportunities that they once had. But then there's the other person who actually can catch themselves, be in the trauma, be in the trigger, and turn the other end of the coin, or flip the coin, so that they can not self-sabotage and not self-destruct and be able to.
That's called mastery.
Exactly. So it's like, I personally feel like just because you said that, it made me think about, yeah, she did come from trauma, but it's like at some point, whether she's with or without you, she's gonna have to choose not to live from her traumas, just like I have a choice to not be able to live from my traumas. And once you have an opportunity and that opportunity passes you by, you can't be mad because the opportunity passed you by. You have to live with whatever it is that you chose that propelled you into the reality that you're currently in. And not everybody gotta live in that. Everybody.
That part. No one gets to escape that part. No one gets to escape that mastery. That's true. I gotta make sure I don't make my problems into you. Everything that you bring me has been a gift, and that's what I see in this shift.
You don't care about none of them, about their pain, their suffering, none of them. You just care about people feeling bad about you and what he did to you, and he couldn't be monogamous.
Jealousy.
So I can't feel for myself. I can't speak up for
Hold
myself.
on, Velvet. 1 second. I gotta run that back. She really exposing her energy.
You care about people, but you don't. You don't care about any of those people. I do. You don't care about none of them. About their pain, their suffering, none of them.
Lying ass.
So
You just
hold on.
Feeling bad about you and what he did to you, and he couldn't be monogamous for you, but expecting Courtney to be monogamous for you. I left him because he wasn't trying to be. When he kept telling me he was trying to be monogamous.
Okay. You don't care about blood carbonation. And you only want to talk about your problems and what you're going through. Oh, you're so selfish. You don't care about nobody else. That's the narrative she's putting out. What are you about to say?
I've already suffered on the behalf of carbonation. I don't have to prove who I care and I don't care about because that's very fucking clear to me.
What is that? A
And
care
if it's-
competition?
And if it's not clear to anyone else, I don't give a fuck.
What is a care competition? Alright, so y'all heard it. She cares about everybody, Velvet don't give a fuck. Alright, so you got... That's how I feel. I kind of don't give a fuck anymore. And I think all the guys from Carbonation would understand me at this point. Because of everything that we've gone through together.
Exactly.
If y'all know
They
what
were
I've done
there.
with you, for you, us together, bro, I have no shame.
No one talks.
I have zero shame. I can talk about everything, but I'm not going to
Exactly.
because everybody got your own shit to talk about for yourselves. I can comfortably stand in that position to say that though, because I am a righteous man.
And if she was so motherfucking careful and cared about everybody, then she would have been just.
So I guess the mature thing to do here is to go on live for over an hour and talk sugar honey iced tea about Janae in response. Yeah, that's real mature, Velvet and Solar.
I need attention and I'm a crybaby. She will be that motherfucker on social media
Bro,
speaking
what?
up on the behalf of everybody. Because after I left, that is exactly what I did. And you know what flack I got for that? Velvet wants
She's
attention.
crazy.
Velvet's a crybaby. Look at her. She's not healing. Da 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 da. When all I did, if you go back, all those archives are saved. If you go back in the history of Velvet Gabriella, you will see me telling nothing but the truth. You ain't never hear Janae talk about not even half of what I've covered. Not even half. The only thing you've ever heard from her is, oh, I pressed charges on him. And she don't even talk about that. She can't even follow through with that because that wasn't her idea.
She's
That
so
was
fucking-
somebody else's idea. Do you know what I had to go through?
Okay, for y'all who did not hear what Velvet just said, I'm going to go ahead and run that back.
The only thing you've ever heard from her is, oh, I pressed charges on him. And she don't even talk about that. She can't even follow through with that because that wasn't her idea.
She's so
That was
fucking-
somebody else's idea. Do you know what I had to go through?
Do y'all think that Velvet, in a way, is making these statements in an effort to assist Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, in beating his case?
Do you know what I had to go through to get protection orders after protection orders? I have a motherfucking paper trail. Paper trail, bro. A paper trail. You think she got a paper trail? I do. You know how hard it would have been for me to do what she did? I thank God that she was able to do what she did because that saved me. Because I couldn't do that because of the situation that I was in. Let's not talk about care. Because if I had that control, Carbonation would have been gone. Been. But we're going to digress from that note though. Because I don't care enough. Or at all, rather, about anybody that ever been through
Apparently.
Carbonation.
We don't give a fuck about nobody. Hey, shout out to everybody, especially who I just seen from Carbonation. I love y'all. But I don't care about you, okay? According to Janae. That's just the craziest thing is that I actually got these bonds and relationships to talk like that. To be out like, I can see Caliber laughing right now. I can see Pice being like, no, I see through all the shit. Like I can see Pisces. Like I can see like everybody who fuck with me. Like I know what time Aaron knows that he would have to convince himself to not like me or to call me crazy. And he knows every time you talk shit about me, you have to convince yourself to do it because it's not worthy of it. Because I'm not on that time because I'm actually righteous. Even Aaron knows it. All of them know it. Everybody does. There's not one person. Musa knows it. Mente knows it. Janae definitely knows it. Malia knows it. Zoka knows it. Aya knows it. Oh, Alihio know. They all know. The universe entrusted me with his daughter. The universe didn't even trust him with his own daughter. I'm raising Eliana now. I'm taking care of her. I'm figuring out her mind. We're talking about dreams together. We're working on gymnastics now. We're working on discipline.
Hold up. If y'all didn't hear that, I'm going to have to run it back. Call me Petty LaBelle. I'm running it back.
About dreams together. We're working on gymnastics now. We're working on discipline.
Okay, now that would lead me to believe that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., may have broken baby Eliana's tooth when he was working on discipline with her. I can't believe Velvet sat back and let this man-child discipline, aka abuse her daughter.
We're working on discipline. We're working on cleaning up, having a house, a routine, helping mommy, being a big sister. Avi just potty trained today. She can pee, she knows how to pee and poop in the toilet now on her own. The grown toilet. Before 2, climbing on a toilet, pooping and peeing on it on her own. That's what me and Velvet are doing. We're raising our family. We're focused on loving our family. We don't have time for this, to be real with you, but you know what? We're making time for it because y'all have plenty of space and attention and energy for us. So we're gonna go ahead and give you what you want. And more people are gonna come. And guess what? In this process, we're gonna show more of what we do. We don't care to talk like this. You'll see us talking like this too much more because we have so much that we're doing to release. Bro, my music is backed up. Music videos need to be done. There's all kind of things that need to be done. There's certain things that, bruh, I got checks that hit that are beautiful. And I'm able to do things. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I move how I move. And I try to teach everybody and I try to help everybody. But, you know, there's people like her who go around saying I'm a scammer and they get scared, they get nervous. And I'm like, bro, I teach Hermetic law. I teach universal law. I teach alchemy. Bro, that's what I do. So, like, whatever. I don't fucking care about your opinions. I'm an alchemist of energy. You're in the wrong room for an opinion to be cared about. I'm gonna literally teach people how to turn that into something else if you want to come negative. Or come on some ignorant. Or some distracted or some weirdo, like, y'all could tell. Like, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, we're all still on that level of mastery, right? And you can tell and see it even in yourself right now, especially if you're commenting some weirdo shit, like your level of mastery of your soul is like you don't got it. Or you know, as you listen to this, it's like you know what you've done to have it. Because when you have it, ain't nobody can tell you otherwise, or you even doubt it for a moment. All y'all rah-rah people probably doubted that shit. Because it's not real. You got to convince yourself. The people who really have power and really have mastery, they just know it. And they don't know how to explain it to other people. That's the gift, is learning how to explain it to other people. Once you know it and have it. How can you help somebody else's wishes come true? That's how you fulfill all of your dreams. Quote that. Yeah, the dolphin birth would be fire. No, you got your comments aren't that bad. Just because you named yourself Savage doesn't mean that. Like, I'm wearing Savage Fenty. Like, I'm already higher. I like your underwear to me. You're on my ass, right? There you go. Hold my balls. Hold my balls. Savage. That's who you are now. Damn. See, that's called alchemy, guys. You turned somebody who thought they was into shit into a pair of underwear. So,
I left him because he kept cheating on me. And say that he's not cheating, he's just having conversations. End up leaving him about a week later. He's with your ass and with the other girl. I'm not dumb. So before you want to go and support that goddess of what? Goddess of what?
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Before you want to go explore, at least know that.
Jay, it's also sour.
And this is what
Goddess
I
of
did.
what?
Cincinnati, Ohio, 6144. That's the address that was on my
6144? Bruh, that's not where you was at.
identity. Everybody knows you try to be me.
Wrong address, Janae. Sorry.
Quit it. Be yourself. Because you're beautiful. And underneath all that muck and unhealed shit and trauma that you had to go through, I'm sorry you had to go through that. You're supposed to make you stronger,
Bro,
not
I ain't
weaker.
trying to, bro.
Don't do it to yourself.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Guys,
god.
you're meant to be.
Oh my god. This is so
Don't
fucking
try to get to these other
violent.
shits.
After saying everything she
OMG.
said, after saying everything she said, be the goddess. She says, "Be the goddess you're meant to be."
OMG.
After she just called you succubus and called you all these different things, like this is like some psychological stuff. And
Who
through
do people think
through-
I'm trying to be?
well,
Her?
real quick, through taking note of the psychological issue,
Lord mercy.
like the illusionment right here. I'm just gonna say, like, I feel like this is dangerous because you are insulting the person you're trying to help while complimenting them, saying that they need to do better, but saying you love them while talking shit about them all at the same time, all in the same life, all in the same hour. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, how,
Wait. Oh my god.
this is very.
Be who? Be who? Because last time I checked, I was deemed to be Queen of Combination, and all these women were trying to be me and couldn't be me, so they was in competition with me all day, every day, and were insecure all day, every day, including her.
And that is something that they cared about.
So
They cared about that very deeply.
What? Okay.
Be the goddess that you're meant to be, Velvet. Don't try to get into these other shits. So, that's all I have to say. I'm glad I said it because it's been on my heart to say to y'all. Identity theft is not cool to me.
Every single motherfucking woman ever stepped foot in combination, in a relationship
Hold on.
or outside of a relationship, know I'm me.
Hold on, Velvet. Think about this. Look at this. Think about this. The spiritual meaning of it all. She's claiming identity theft while she literally was trying to take your identity.
I digress on so many levels.
I mean, by trying to be in these positions. Oh, she just woke up. Go check on her.
Y'all, thank goodness for baby Aviana. I'm so happy that she got Velvet out the room because I was tired of hearing her talk her sugar honey iced tea about Janae. I mean, now she in the same situation as Janae was. She pregnant by Solar and they not together.
She just woke up. Go check on her. It don't make no sense. This phone's about to die anyway. We about to go to bed. It's bedtime, y'all. Hey, babe, I'm gonna cut it. This was good. This was long enough. I think we could talk about this some more. Y'all subscribe. I think we're gonna go live about this again later. I think we're good for the night. I think Avi's our alarm clock for this. Because we're not gonna get through this whole video right now. We don't even think we care enough to. I'm gonna be real with you. We don't. Like, it's just, we rarely do this. We never do this. This isn't our job. We don't do this. This is just interesting that it's happening. And we're like, I feel the need to talk about some of this stuff. We never talk about it. I'd like to say some things about this, especially on this beautiful full moon. So, there it is, y'all. Do you have any questions? Yeah, I'm sorry, Simon, you don't like the production. That's unfortunate. I'll remember that when I start doing things for you. Yeah, it's a very beautiful full moon.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a big shout out to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.